We are taking you into the news right now with the Fox 45 news feed. It's 11 a.m., a new year and new hopes for the city. For the first time in nearly a decade, the city saw fewer than 300 homicides in 2023. Coming up, how this could be a launching board for big change in Baltimore. Starting today, Maryland workers are seeing a higher minimum wage. Coming up, just how many workers this change will impact. And it's not just the minimum wage that's changing. Gun laws are also being reworked across the country. How a new law restricting where gun owners can carry their weapons is already being challenged. Fox 45 News Midday starts now.
Live from WBFF in Baltimore, this is Fox 45 News Midday.
Thanks for joining us for Fox 45 News Midday. Happy New Year to all of you on this January 1st, 2024. I'm Patrice Sanders. A new year and a new hope for the city. For the first time in nearly a decade, Baltimore City has fewer than 300 homicides in a calendar year. 2023 saw 260 people killed in Baltimore. That is a more than 20% drop from 2022. Still, community leaders recognize that any loss of life is a tragedy. In the coming hour, leaders will gather to remember the victims. The group, Mothers of Murdered Sons and Daughters, will honor the city's homicide victims with a prayer vigil, reading the names of those killed in 2023. The new year is bringing big change to Maryland. Effective today, the state has a new higher minimum wage. The statewide minimum wage is now $15 an hour. That's up from $13.25 an hour. The change is part of the Fair Wage Act. That's a law signed by Governor Moore earlier last year. Rebecca Turco from our Sinclair sister station at WJLA brings us a closer look at how this will impact Maryland workers and businesses.
A higher minimum wage is being served up in Maryland, $15 an hour.
Who's managing today?
But if you work for Andy Shalal, you're already making more. Andy founded Busboys and Poets. It's part bookstore, part restaurant, part arts lounge. There's 8 locations across the DMV, and all of them follow DC's minimum wage, the highest in the area.
The tide was moving in the direction that we need to really step it up as employers. And so we were ahead of the curve right from the beginning.
DC's minimum wage is $17 an hour. Virginia's is $12.
Small businesses are feeling the pinch.
Mike O'Halloran heads up the National Federation of Independent Business in Maryland and Delaware. He says the inflation spikes from the past few years are still hurting small businesses.
They're saying, look, inflation is killing us. The cost of goods is going up. Add on top this wage increase that the General Assembly handed down to small businesses. They have no choice but to raise their prices on their customers and consumers.
On top of that, Mike says, there's the problem of wage compression, that workers who have been at the same place for a while will likely want more of a pay bump from newer staff.
Egg sandwich, you are to 303.
Meanwhile, tipped workers in Maryland will be making the same, $3.63 an hour if they get more than $30 a month in tips. Unless, of course, they work for someone like Andy.
I always say that if your business model is dependent on poverty wages, it's probably not a good business model.
I'm Rebecca Turco, 7 News.
Maryland is one of 22 states to increase its minimum wage at midnight. Washington, D.C., as you heard, they're going to have the highest hourly minimum wage in the country at $17.05. Workers in Hawaii, they're seeing the largest increase, raising their minimum wage $2 to now $14 an hour. If you are a Ravens fan, there is no better way to start this new year. We're taking a live look at M&T Bank Stadium as the Ravens are waking up victorious after beating the Dolphins. They won 56-19, securing the AFC's #1 seed. Ravens fans voicing their excitement to the Ravens.
I'm proud of the team. I'm proud of Lamar Jackson, man. He's the MVP, man.
You know what we do here in Baltimore? We take over. You feel me? That's what we do. Don't ever sleep on us.
It's going to be hard for some of these teams to come into our home with our atmosphere and our fans, man. We're loud. We're going to bring it the same way the Ravens are, baby.
Ravens go to the Super Bowl, yo!
Ravens to the Super Bowl, baby. Let's go!
Yeah, I like the way they're thinking. Following the game, the celebrations continued into the night as everyone was preparing to ring in the new year. Thousands of people gathering for Baltimore's annual Inner Harbor fireworks extravaganza. Take a look at what they saw. This was a free event. $11:10 now. The stock market is closed today for the holiday, but 2023 was a banner year for stocks. The Dow was up more than 13%, and the S&P jumped 500 over S&P 500 jumped over 24%. The NASDAQ topped 43%. Although inflation remained high throughout 2023, investors were happy about its rate of growth slowing down. Topping your social stream this morning, special counsel Jack Smith is challenging former President Donald Trump's claim that he should have absolute immunity from criminal prosecution. In documents over the weekend, Smith said Trump's claim, quote, threatens to license presidents to commit crimes to remain in office. The new filing comes less than 2 weeks before the immunity issue comes before the U.S. Appeals Court in Washington, D.C. Trump's lawyers have argued the former president should not face prosecution in the election interference case brought by Smith because Trump does have immunity. Here's what you have to say. If Trump is immune from the law, then so is Joe Biden. Cancel the election. Democrats will stay in charge for the duration. Thank you. Come again. Another one saying, haven't we heard this immunity claim before? A Florida woman is suing Hershey Chocolate, accusing the company of deceiving customers with misleading packaging. Look at this. In the newly filed suit, Cynthia Kelly claims the outside packaging of some Reese's candies don't look like the candy inside. She says holiday-themed Reese's, like this peanut butter pumpkin, does not have eyes and the nose cutouts you saw there that the package shows. Kelly says she wouldn't have purchased the product if she knew the actual candy didn't match, quote, the cute-looking imaging on the packaging. She is seeking $5 million now in damages. You're saying $5 million for what? The distress and upset caused should be thrown out. Another one saying, greedy, exploitative opportunists make my skin crawl. Well, sad news out of the sports world. NASCAR legend Cale Yarborough has died. The former Hall of Famer had an impressive record with 83 wins, 319 top 10 finishes during his NASCAR career. Yarborough is one of 2 drivers in NASCAR history to win 3 consecutive championships. He was 84 years old. A lot of fans here saying, rest in peace, you were my hero, and I was a huge fan of yours. Another one saying, one of the greatest drivers in NASCAR history. Cale was probably my first favorite driver. Well, still ahead, a new year with new laws. Coming up, the new law that is changing police interaction in California. The new thing police are required to tell drivers when they pull them over. But first, will Donald Trump's name be on the 2024 ballot? Maryland Representative Jamie Raskin weighs in on the legal fight. That's coming up 11:13 now on Fox 45 News Midday. 11:15 now. We are back with a live look outside. It is a wet start to the new year. Coming up, we're going to check in with meteorologist Justin Chambers to see how long this rain will last. Making headlines, Maryland Representative Jamie Raskin is weighing in on the battle over whether Donald Trump's name should appear on the 2024 ballot.
Well, the Constitution is the supreme law of the land, so we're all governed in our democracy under the rules of the Constitution. And it was actually two very conservative legal scholars who wrote the best, most authoritative law review article on the whole thing, saying that Donald Trump is clearly disqualified from being on the ballot because he participated in insurrection.
Last week, Maine's top election official removed Trump from the state's 2024 primary ballot. In her 34-page decision, Maine's Democratic Secretary of State found the former president constitutionally ineligible to run due to his involvement in the January 6th Capitol riots. Colorado's Supreme Court issued a similar ruling last month, but that decision has been put on hold until the U.S. Supreme Court decides to hear the case. Now, the new year is bringing some new laws. California is enacting a law that bans people from carrying firearms in most public places. That is, even as a court case continues to challenge the law. In December, a U.S. district judge issued a ruling to block the law from taking effect, saying it violates the Second Amendment. But then on Saturday, a federal appeals court put a temporary hold on that ruling. The law prohibits people from carrying concealed guns in 26 places, including public parks and playgrounds, churches, banks, and zoos. Also in California, a new law is changing how police can interact with drivers during a traffic stop. Starting today, drivers will no longer hear the question, "Do you know why I pulled you over?" Under a new law, law enforcement must tell drivers why they pulled them over.
I have always done that, and good practice for a lot of police officers is every time I pulled somebody over, I always told them, tail lamp is out, you ran the red light, you ran that stop sign, that was an unsafe lane change. Just by a matter of protocol and ethics, I've always told somebody why I did it, unless I was on an investigation.
The only time officers can skip telling drivers the reason behind a traffic stop is if they believe withholding the information will protect life or property from an imminent threat. Coming up tonight on Fox 45 News at 4, months ago, 16-year-old Isaiah Carter was killed in Baltimore. Tonight, his mother is demanding change. The growing calls for city and state leaders to end the youth crime crisis. And at 5, it's a new year, but BPD is still facing many of the issues it was struggling with in 2023. The fight to end an officer shortage and how that is impacting public safety. You can get Fox 45 News in a flash through your Amazon Alexa or Echo. We now deliver your local headlines and forecasts in less than 2 minutes. If you have an Amazon device, tell it to enable Fox 45 Baltimore. Time now for your New Year's Day forecast with meteorologist Justin Chambers.
Well, this is a cool shot here from the celebration over the Inner Harbor. You can see all of those great fireworks, the drone display as well. Overall, we had a pretty nice New Year's Eve night. We did have a few showers that rolled in late and even into early Monday morning. But yeah, it is now 2024, and here we go. We're talking about numbers that are going to be a little bit cooler for this afternoon, and we also are tracking some more rain showers here and there as well as we take you into the later part of the next few hours. Our mid-40s are where we're going to hang out for the afternoon, and that's pretty close to average for the first of the year. But again, those rain showers will just be kind of scattered, even off and on showers. Some of you may not see any rain at all, but all of us will see the clouds and those cooler numbers. Sun will be up until 4:54, and then as we head into the next couple of days, looking pretty nice and brighter too, with low to mid 40s across central Maryland. You can see those numbers for Westminster and Cockeysville. Up and down the 95 corridor, those 40s continue for New York and Philly, down through Baltimore and D.C. Your temperature tracker seeing those numbers in the upper 40s and lower 50s. So Tuesday and Wednesday actually sneaking into the above average category before we start to slide back down heading to this upcoming weekend. Here's today's weather maker. These are going to be the showers rolling out of here behind this area of low pressure. Back behind that, the drier air is going to filter in. We'll start with some clouds Tuesday Tuesday morning, but Tuesday afternoon and Wednesday both looking very nice with lots of sunshine and temperatures that are a little bit above average. There's another weather maker coming in on Thursday afternoon. That'll bring some more cloud cover. Some of the models want to paint at least a couple of light showers here and there, but right now it is looking mainly dry. The big weather maker we're talking about is going to be Saturday night into Sunday, where we could see some snow showers and even some accumulating snow by the time we get into Sunday morning. That'll be the first time we've had any kind of measurable snow in about 2 years. So here's your 10-day forecast. 40s and even some lower 50s Wednesday. A little bit colder as we head toward the weekend. Should be dry for the Ravens game Saturday, but those 40s will hang on into Sunday, and then a little warmer toward the middle of next week.
All right, Justin, thank you. Still ahead, it's one of the most popular and iconic shows we've ever seen. Coming up, a sneak peek of tonight's special celebrating the impact of MASH. And you could start the new year off a multi-millionaire. Coming up, just how large the Powerball jackpot has grown and what it looks like after taxes. 11:20 now on Fox 45 News Midday. $11:23 now. 2024 could start off on a great note for tonight's potential Powerball jackpot winner. That prize is now worth an estimated $810 million. The cash value, just under $409 million. Now, this comes after nobody won Saturday night's jackpot drawing. Tonight's drawing set for 10:59 p.m. Don't miss this. Ford's F-Series trucks earned the title of best-selling truck and car on the market for 2023. The company says 2023 marks the 47th consecutive year that it made the best-selling truck in the U.S., while it will also be the 42nd consecutive year as the best-selling vehicle in America. Pretty impressive. Google is out with its most popular health questions of 2023, and it turns out it's strep throat. The top search, how long is strep contagious? That was followed by how contagious is strep throat. Other top searches include how to lower cholesterol and what helps bloating. New census data shows the world's population grew in 2023. The U.S. Census Bureau says the world population grew by 75 million people, and as of today, it's reached more than 8 billion people. Tonight, Fox is celebrating an iconic TV show. MASH, the comedy that changed television, looks at the impact that series had and how it continues to reach audiences. Here's Ashley Dvorkin with a sneak peek.
Welcome to Korea.
The 2-hour special MASH, the comedy that changed television, celebrates the sitcom's start to finale with cast interviews including Alan Alda and Mike Farrell.
The experience that I shared with the people on that show, that's the people behind the camera as well as in front of it. I guess I'm tempted to say I can never quite live up to. It was really an extraordinary experience.
Farrell loves hearing how the show spans generations.
People say, I started watching your show with my father or my grandfather, and now I'm watching it with my children or my grandchildren. And I must say, you know, if I am surfing the channels and see the show, I can't help but stop and watch and enjoy the wonderful times I had with those extraordinary people.
Mike says this group became family.
We check in with each other regularly. We talk about life's developments and exult in this knowledge that we shared this experience. It was unlike anything before or since.
He adds part of this bond was the deep appreciation for what they were creating.
The thing about the show, I think, that made it so real, because a lot of people didn't put on a uniform and a lot of people didn't go to war. But I think everybody understands the need at some point in life to be separated from your loved ones, to go out and do something that is urgently needed and or important in some way. So it seems to me that it transcends a lot of entertainment, a lot of television, a lot of shows.
In Hollywood, Ashley Dvorkin, Fox News.
MASH, the comedy that changed television, airs tonight at 8 right here on Fox 45. And then stick around for Fox 45 News at 10, followed by the late edition at 11. That's all we have for Fox 45 News Midday. Be More Lifestyle is up next. Happy New Year to you.
yellow, and all clear in the green.
You're watching Fox 45 in Baltimore. Now live from TV Hill, this is Be More Lifestyle.
And what's up, Baltimore? I'm Mark Clark, and this is Be More Lifestyle coming from Studio A at Fox Baltimore. Happy New Year! It's 2024.
2024, baby.
Lady T is here, along with fashion editor Terrell Edmonds. Good morning, everybody.
Yes.
Let me tell you right now, a new year, new you. If you overdid it a little at the holidays, you might be considering a detox. It's a popular trend. So will you be taking part in Dry January, giving up alcohol for the month as a way to try and detox?
Oh.
All right, now look here. Now, Terrell, you have been throwing parties, modeling, doing who knows what to
right,
who.
Right. Call them out, call them out.
Are you ready to detox, sir?
You have to detox.
Oh.
Yeah.
So I don't drink anyway.
Oh, wow.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
See? Okay. Well played. He should put me in my place. He's like,
he said it's a dry year. He said, first of all, it's a dry year.
Well, Lady T, we know you drink.
Okay, wait a minute.
Lady T been flew out and flown in.
It's the
so what are we looking
accusations
at
for me.
For 2024, are you going to be dry?
Well, wait a minute. They just said 1 month, right? Can we make it a week? I can go a week. I can go a week. If we can negotiate the terms, I can do a week.
I'm dry.
But a whole month? Will I try it this year? You know what? 2024 is a year of new things.
I
might.
Dry?
I might. Ooh, I don't even want to commit. Ooh,
Okay. Well, let's start with a week.
I don't want to. Okay, let's start off with a day.
I will say this. I am I might not be dry, but I am vegan in 2024.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
You're going vegan.
Yes, 2024. Let's go.
My sister was vegan. Are you
the whole year.
The whole year?
The whole year. That's right.
Mark, you might tap out by June.
Yeah. It's not just drinking that some try and give up for the month. Others are taking part in a no spending challenge. Coming off the expensive holiday shopping season, many say they try and cut back on spending to make up for the holidays. Terrell, once again, you know, this is not cheap now.
I don't know about that.
This is not cheap now.
Yes.
I don't know about that.
You don't know about that.
You have to spend. No.
What?
You have to spend.
You got to spend.
Yes.
You have to spend to make money. You spend money to make money.
Hey.
Lady T.
I feel like you put me on the spot here. Am I gonna stop spending? I mean, sometimes I'm already swiping on Faith as it is.
Lady T shops at the desk every day.
I am not. No, stop. I just don't know. But do we have to really stop spending? So we got to stop drinking, spending. It's a lot of knots. It's a lot of don'ts for 2024. Is there anything we can do for 2024? I feel like no. I want to keep spending. I don't want to stop.
I have to stop. I'm tapped out.
You're tapped out. Once my credit card reaches that limit, then I'll stop, and I'll be like, oh, it's a dry credit.
Well, if you're hoping to find a new job in the new year, you got to dress the part. A new study finds how you present yourself online may impact your chances of getting a job. Researchers found certain accessories and physical features helped candidates. For example,
I'm sure they did.
Software programming applicants who include a laptop and glasses in their picture had a better chance of landing the job than those without the accessories. So
that's not what I thought you were going to say.
This is your business, Terrell.
Yes.
You obviously agree.
I agree.
Okay.
Do clothes make the man?
They do.
And what's the saying for a woman?
The slay all day.
Either way, both.
We've got a couple of sayings. Which ones did you want,
I would say,
okay.
You invest in yourself.
Yes, you have to.
What about, I see a lot of suggestive pictures online to me sometimes when it doesn't need to be. Can that work against you if you're like a...
It can work against you all the time, all the time. But it can work for you too. So it's
wait a minute.
Yes.
Lady T, you know, you're a professional, but you're also an entertainer. How do you balance the two from not being too flamboyant, too glamorous, too sexy, but also...
Oh, I don't know. I feel like I did everything like that today. Hey, baby, I don't know.
Lady T, you got pearls on.
I got pearls on, baby. Pearls by Shakira Johnson. I don't know. So I don't really know. Like, new job, new year. So I thought they were going to say, don't have your cleavage out. Because I think I thought they were going to say don't do too much cleavage at the job interview, or do it so you can get the job. You never know what they can know.
Well, let me just say this. It worked for me.
Oh, did you?
It worked for me.
Is that how you got this one? Oh. He's telling us the secret, y'all.
Speaking of cleavage, coming up later in the show,
speaking of
our fashion icon, will be showing you some of the hottest fashions out there.
He said it worked for him.
They'll be doing that.
Yeah, I'll probably be doing that.
This year. Consider this. Gender-neutral names are expected to rise in popularity this year. Experts also predict surnames as first names will become more popular.
What?
Top girl predictions are Collins, Juniper, Sloan, Madison, and Spencer. Top boy predictions are Cameron, Carter, Coulter, Waylon, and Campbell.
Okay, that sounds like the cast of Full House. Is that it sounds like the cast of Seven Heavens. So they just
we're running out of time.
What?
So what's your take on these names? Give us.
I like those names.
You like those?
Yes,
Yeah.
I do.
Okay.
Just for us, we need to stop going back to those names that can't get us jobs and stuff.
What?
So let's go
Oh,
ahead.
excuse me.
What are you talking about?
Oh, so you don't
I'm
like
not saying-
Raheem? Oh, you don't
I'm
like...
not saying that. I'm just saying.
You don't like
Say it.
DeMarcus?
No,
okay, it's too much.
Lavarius.
It's
Okay,
too
we're gonna
much
stop.
now.
Okay,
I like
see,
to just be unique.
You guys are coming later on the show. Still ahead. You see him every morning on TV, and now we're going behind the scenes with him. We'll go one-on-one with meteorologist Justin Chambers. Coming up. But first, new year, new tech coming up. The new handy tool that's perfect for car maintenance. Stick around. Happy New Year.
Men do that.
You're watching Be More Lifestyle.
Nick Calderon is here to share a 10-in-1 tool that can help you get moving in a hurry if you have a roadside emergency for America's Steals and Deals.
The following segment is sponsored by Naki.
Not today, man. Dead car batteries. Every single time you're trying to get out of the house on time, be someplace, it happens. That click, click, click. Or you're on the side of the road on a gray, cold, dark day like today. It's never fun. But I have the answer for you. It's called the Jump Smart, and it can get you back on the road quickly. Watch this. Plug the 2 alligator clips in right here. Red clamp to red on the battery. Black to black, I get a beep and a green light, and now I can start my car back up. Just like that. I don't have to wait for roadside assistance or anybody else to come and help me out. I keep a Jump Smart in every family member's car. My daughters have one, my wife has one, and I know I have peace of mind, and so do they. It's also a 10-in-1 tool. It's got a compass, a thermometer, it's a flashlight and a strobe light, many other tools as well. And my favorite part, you can charge your cell phone with the 2 included USB ports on the back. If you lose power in a storm or something, just plug your phone in and you can stay connected with family and friends. Speaking of them, put one in every family member's car. 31% off right now at asadeals.com.
You welcome him into your home every morning and trust him for his forecast. And this morning, we're giving you a one-on-one behind-the-scenes sit-down with meteorologist Justin Chambers.
Hey everybody, this is meteorologist Justin Chambers from Fox 45 Morning News. Going a little bit after, I'd say 3:30 or so in the morning and get to work, start, going through the weather stuff. And then it's all about, trying to put the graphics together and get ready for the show. Once you get to about, 4:15, it's almost go time. So I have to get up there and you know, get the TV face on, get the TV hair, get the tie all tied up, and make sure my microphone's on, and the earpiece so that they can yell at me in the ear. And all of a sudden I look at the watch, I'm like, oh my gosh, it's almost 4:30, we gotta hit the air. And we hit the ground running. I mean, we go from 4:30 to 10 o'clock, it's nonstop. It's weather hits basically almost every 10 minutes or so. Weather's important. People want to know the weather. And so I don't have a lot of time to relax when I am, you know, kind of backstage in the weather center. I get my drink of water and, you know, grab a quick Power Bar or a Pop-Tart, depending on how I'm feeling that day. But, you know, it can be a lot. And it definitely, there are a lot of weather hits. But, you know, I love what I do. Well, I haven't won the lottery yet, so I'm still here working on TV. But but no, I love being able to do the forecast. I love being able to give people a smile, you know, every day. I try to bring my personality. I'm the same off TV as I am on. I try to just bring that personality to our morning show. It's a long morning show, and we know the news sometimes is, you know, not very happy. So I try to make it happy. And then when it's, you know, when it's serious weather, we go into our weather alert mode, and it's just all serious business. And I love when I can be able to say that, you know, someone said, Justin, I saw that it was going to be stormy. You were tracking those storms, and I got to a safe place because of what you said, and now my family's safe. And that means the world to me, that what I do can affect people. Yeah, I started flying in 2018. I was living in Nashville at the time, and I'd always been interested in it. And then I thought, okay, look, I talk about the clouds, I talk about the storms. Why don't I go up and be in the clouds and fly around and see what that's like? And so I got into it, and I was scared to death when I got behind that, you know, the seat and pulled the yoke on the Cessna and pulled off there and got up into the air. But I fell in love with it. And anybody who has been a pilot ever, or has ever thought about being a pilot, or like, man, I really would love to fly sometime. I mean, it is the single best thing I've ever done, besides marrying my wife and having my dog. And this community as a whole, I mean, my wife's from here, so it's great to be home with the family. We've got family all around the Baltimore area, and I love it. I mean, it's kind of like it's always been a second home to me, and now that it is my home.
I love that, dude. Make sure you watch Justin and the entire morning show team weekdays right here on Fox 45, and look for more behind-the-scenes segments in the future right here on Be More Lifestyle. Still ahead, a new year with new drama. Karamo's back for season 2. Coming up, Lady T sits down with Karamo himself for behind-the-scenes look. And look your best in the new year. Coming up, how to dress for a winter gala. Oh, wait a minute. Give them face, y'all. Give them body. Coming up. Stick around.
This is Be More Lifestyle.
Hey, you guys, all right, learn how to slay in an extravagant way. Terrell Edmonds, fashion editor and chief at Revo magazine, is here to show us some winter gala looks that are must-haves this year. Hello, Terrell.
How are you?
I'm good, award-winning fashion editor. Hello, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
You look fantastic.
You do too.
Thank you. Okay, so, listen, I stay with the sleigh, baby, okay, all day. All right, so no, it's award season and gala season, so why do we need to dress to impress at this time?
Social media is a big thing now. When you step out, you want to look amazing. You already know.
Yes.
Pictures makes everything for your social media. So when you go to these galas and different high-end events, you want to slay.
Okay. Yeah, see, you do want to slay. Okay, now transitioning your wardrobe, you know, from fall to winter is kind of tough.
Yes.
What's trending right now for galas? Can you tell me a little about that?
You know, sequins.
Of course, where I started off. Hey, okay.
You started it. Couture looks, unique looks. Just elevate your closet. That's basically what it is.
Elevating your wardrobe right now.
Yeah, elevating it.
And you know what? I can't stand the cold, so I'm really having a tough time going from, you know, the tanks and the midriffs to the crop tops to, you know, sweaters are in now. And like what you have on, this is like more so of what everyone's wearing nowadays, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, whether it's a blazer, dress, anything like that. Okay, so tell me.
You can layer it. You can still do all
right,
stuff with it.
exactly. Okay, so, now tell me about what your models have today. You brought some amazing models.
Yes.
You got to talk to me about what's trending with these gala looks, darling, okay?
So this is I wanted to bring some different things here.
Okay.
So this gala look right here is for a woman that, you know, she's ready to slay. And she's looking like hot and sexy and she's about to turn heads.
Okay.
It's different. This look right here, full look is by the House of Cudella. The faux leather and this beautiful pant is amazing. It'll turn heads and it's also a conversation
So it's
piece.
like a romper a little bit?
It's a romper.
Okay, it's like jumpsuits are really in right now.
Yes.
Okay, jumpsuits are
And
really
it's still
trending.
sexy.
Yes, I love it. It's a good look if you're really ready. She's serving.
Yes,
okay,
she is, yes.
calm down. Okay, she is serving right now. Okay,
She
what
was
else?
ready.
What else is trending?
Okay.
What else is in?
And also we have this gentleman right here.
Oh, yes, something for the men.
Something for the men, yes.
Okay.
This right here is actually from Different Regards. Baltimore natives, everybody loves Different Regards.
Okay.
This is definitely elevating your brand. We have the neck piece by Manfredonia out of New York.
Okay.
And just a evening. You can transition. You can put a white shirt on, a black shirt on, and a tie, and do a whole different look.
But everyone's doing these patterns nowadays. I knew you were going to come with some kind of design.
Yes.
Patterns are now in, especially the guys. I'm not used to them wearing that.
You don't want to be basic.
You don't? Okay, excuse me. Okay, and lastly, what else do you have for us? Thank you, my good sir. Look at the gold on that one. Okay.
So then we have this amazing piece. This is from Ghana.
Ooh.
Yes, this amazing piece is amazing. It's a showstopper. Going to these high-end events at different locations, at the White House and different places like that. This is a showstopper.
This really is a showstopper. Look at the fluff, everything. Oh my gosh. Okay, so where can our viewers go for more information and more of your fashion tips?
Yes, so you can come to the House of Revo showroom. All these pieces can be found there. We're located in Baltimore, Maryland.
Okay.
We have an international showroom there with all these amazing designers and different pieces there that you can rent, you can purchase, and we also have custom.
Excellent. Beautiful. Thank you guys so much. And thank you, Terrell.
Thank you.
All right.
And as we kick off 2024, temps in the month of January typically cold. Winter began just a few weeks ago, but as we look ahead to the coldest months of the season, what can we expect for the new year? Meteorologist Justin Chambers here with some deets on the season.
Well, Happy New Year. Here we are, 2024, and January temperatures, well, welcome to the coldest month of the year. Typically this time of year in the low to mid 40s, but we kind of bottom out right in the middle of the month before those numbers actually start going back up. And as we look forward to February, highs and lows will be in the 40s, but by mid-February, we're already in the mid 40s. We're talking about spring training and overnight lows in the 20s. And then when we get closer to March, we're getting closer to about 50 degrees. Now that's the average high, and you can kind of see the average winter temperatures, how they progress upward. So once we get to March 1st, we're looking at 48, and then by the time we get to spring, we'll be in those lower 50s. And here comes the seasonal temperatures. You can see that little dip right there is that month that we're in now into January and February, the 40s, but that warmer air, it's coming. Don't you worry about that. And then, of course, we get hot in the summertime in those upper 80s, and that's just around the corner when you think about it. Also, a lot of daylight is coming. We've got the darker days. Well, we're already past the winter solstice, so now that we're in January, get about 9.5 hours of daylight. Then by the time we get to February, we're up to 10 hours, and then those numbers steadily climb as we get towards spring. Of course, we have the time change and all of that, so we'll get more of that daylight. How about that snow? Well, we know last season was pretty dismal and just 0.2 of an inch. That was the least snowiest year in Baltimore. The top 5 snowiest January was actually the 4th most snow we ever had was just a couple of years ago, 2022, and we had almost 12 inches. Now, it looks like the long-range outlook shows that we could have a couple of snowstorms coming, but overall, things are looking drier and also kind of milder. And typically by mid-February is where we're seeing our last time where we see 30 degrees, and into March 16th, we're looking at 40 degrees, and you can see the progression there as we look forward here toward the brand new season. But enjoy winter while you can, because those warmer numbers are coming. And Happy New Year, everyone.
A new year, and that means new drama on Karamo. Lady T got the chance to sit down with him for a behind-the-scenes look at the show, and she asked him your questions as well.
All right, y'all, he's bringing his enthusiasm and fresh voice to the new season of his talk show. Karamo joins us now to talk about the new season of his show. Karamo, welcome to our show today. Hey.
Lady T, what's up, girl?
I am so excited that you're here. You're fashionable, you're fabulous, you're amazing. What's going on?
You know, I'm just excited because we launched in season 2, and trust me, when I was doing season 1, I was in the moment, but I was also thinking about that future of like, how do we get to season 2? And the fact that the audience loved it, people tuned in, our ratings looks great. I'm like, and we're back. So I'm just excited for season 2.
Okay, well, look, Karamo, your job is not done yet, because Baltimore needs your help, baby, okay?
I'm down.
So I asked viewers to send me their questions so that you can help them. So let's take a look.
Speaking on behalf of some of us who spent the majority of our early 20s during COVID, my question for you is, what's your advice for someone who's looking to put themselves out there and get to know someone?
Oh, Karamo, she said the pandemic really did change the dating world. So now that the masks are off, how can she put herself out there?
The sad part is the dating world was trash before the pandemic, and it's still trash.
He said throw the whole dating world away.
Throw it away. Drain the whole pool, all right? You're 24, you're a baby, I get it. And I say a baby not in the condescending way, but in a way of like, you have a whole life ahead of you. Right now, I want you just to focus on one thing: fun, fun, fun.
Yes.
Listen, the love will come, the serious relationship will come, but don't put pressure on yourself. Find somebody, have a cute meal, have a cute drink, have a cute nightcap.
Have some fun.
Have some fun. And then if it works, it works. If it doesn't, don't put pressure on yourself, move on.
That's right. I love that. So
Okay.
Naila in Baltimore wants to know, how long do you think you should wait before introducing your new friend to your family? That's your friend, you know, the special friend, Karamo.
Your friend, your special friend.
What do you tell her?
So it depends, you know what I mean? I think whatever works for you works for you. I think, but you got to make sure you understand this. When you introduce somebody to your family, know that they're not going to be able to move on as quickly as you do if you decide to break up.
Another viewer says, I've been dating my boyfriend for the past 7 to 8 years. We currently live together and have talked about marriage. How do I get him to propose? I'm not sure I want to start over with somebody new. She gave herself a time limit is what happened.
Okay, but this is the thing. This is about fear-based decision-making and abundance-based decision-making. When you're in a fear-based decision-making, you stay in relationships that are unhealthy because you're afraid to move on. But at the end of the day, there is somebody out there for all of us who's going to love us and respect us and give us what we desire. And so if you've been with somebody for 7 to 8 years who doesn't want to commit to you and you want commitment, then don't be fearful of what's out there. Know that there's an abundance of love out there that is going to come to you when you give up this situation that's unhealthy.
You better look, Karamo, you did that. Karamo, your advice is much appreciated. Thank you again. Also, you all can watch Karamo weekdays at noon here on Fox 45.
phone, you have a lawyer.
If you're hoping to New Year, with many workers deciding to take the leap and start new job hunting, but for hiring managers, the start of the new year is often slower. Experts recommend if you're looking for a new job in the new year, you understand response times might lag. That said, applying could set you apart from the crowd and mean your resume is the first to be looked at. So after all that, go for it. We got a great show lined up for tomorrow. If you're making a New Year's resolution, keeping it isn't always the easiest. Coming up, 3 things you can do to help you stick with it.
Find out how to have your business featured on Be More Lifestyle. Email us at BeMoreLifestyleTV@FoxBall.